Coming to us as an inspiration from the car racing world, today we've got the Bell Eliminator on for review. And after running through the helmet specs, we'll be taking the helmet out on our road test where we'll measure the ventilation, noise level, and more, and we'll bring you back the data. Sebastian from Champion Helmets here, and today we'll be taking a look at and road testing the Bell Eliminator. The positioning of this helmet is going to be an interesting one since it is coming to us inspired by Bell's car racing helmets, while also bringing a retro full-face racing feel. You can see this in the larger chin bar of the helmet, but overall this would be best suited for cruisers, urban and retro riders looking for something aggressive and reminiscent of the Arai Renegade V, which also seems to fall within this crossroads. So with a recommended retail price of about 450 euros or 530 US dollars, the Bell Eliminator will be competing with the AGV X3000, Shoei Glamster, and the Arai Concept X. Before we dive further into the Eliminator, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can keep up to date on our latest data-driven helmet road tests, where we actually measure the helmet's performance and bring you the facts. The Bell Eliminator helmet will be coming in Bell's fiberglass outer shell. Fiberglass is a well-respected material in motorcycle helmets since it balances strength and weight very well, and it's important to note as well that the helmet is available in a 6K carbon fiber version as well, which is coming in at about 200 euros more, and it will also be lighter. The Bell helmet is coming with an intermediate oval head fit with 3 outer shell sizes, the first covering XS to M, the next M and L to XL, and the third XL to triple XL, which means you are getting a proportional fit, which also means better safety. The helmet is also ECE 2205 certified and has not been sharp tested yet. Nonetheless, the fiberglass helmet is lightweight since it is coming in at about 1,180 grams or 2 pounds and 10 ounces on our scale, and this was in a size M, which is definitely impressive since it is 6 grams lighter than the Shoei Glamster, potentially making it our lightest retro full-face helmet yet. Overall, the ventilation of the Eliminator is going to be very simple since you're getting 4 always open air inlets spaced around the chin with a further 9 always open vents along the top of the helmet. This hot air will then escape out at the rear of the helmet underneath the neck roll, and with these numerous vents and Bell's velocity flow ventilation system, you actually don't have anything that you need to adjust as far as the amount of air entering the helmet. We're also hoping for plenty of airflow in this helmet, though it will likely be coupled by plenty of wind noise. Another thing to keep in mind for these upper vents is that they are not covered or closable, and though there is a rain cover available for these vents, it is sold separately. The visor of the Eliminator is designed with a wide field of view and plenty of retro design. It's coming as a flat visor that is optical class 1 and distortion free, and it comes with Bell's Pro Vision anti-fog system. This essentially works the same as a pin lock, but with the double glazing already included in the visor, so that just makes handling the helmet a little easier out of the box. For locking the helmet, you are getting this large pin and hole closure, and though it will give you a great seal while closed, it may require some practice to open and close while out on the road. As far as raising the visor, you're not actually getting any détente, but a single track. Lastly, the Eliminator is not coming with an extra dark smoke shield included. The Eliminator Carbon does throw this into the bargain for you. As far as removal, the system is going to be very retro since it will require the use of some Allen wrenches. With the wrench, which is provided in the box, all you really need to do is open up the visor, unscrew the screws on the side, which is the one holding the visor in the track and the other one allowing the visor to pivot, and you then do this on the other side and lift the visor out. Make sure you don't lose the screws, and to put it back on again, you just place it into position again and screw the screws back in. Though if you want to adjust the visor, keep in mind you will need that different sized hex key. The interior of the Bell Eliminator is coming with a removable, washable, and antibacterial liner, but the Eliminator Carbon is slightly different since it uses a premium virus cool jade liner, which is specially designed to feel cool against the skin. The cheek pads also do come with a very large set of channels for a pair of glasses, which is much appreciated, and the cheek pads have also been specially contoured. To remove the interior, you've got a standard set of snaps and Velcro in the cheeks, and there's also going to be a double D-ring chin strap with a Magna Fusion closure for keeping it tight and easy to close. For the interior liner, you're also getting a set of snaps keeping it in the back and inserts in the forehead to avoid any pressure points. There's also a small crown pad held in with Velcro, and overall it should help offer you a strong level of ventilation. Lastly, taking a look at the interior EPS, we're not getting too many grooves, given the number of direct ventilation holes, but airflow should still not be a problem, and we'll make sure to test this out on our road test. While inside, the helmet also comes with speaker pockets in the EPS for your choice of communication system. Now onto the main event, our measured road test. This is important since we'll actually see how these various features come together and perform out on the road. Before we get to the data, just a quick reminder for how we set up our road test. On the left, we have the helmet's internal temperature in degrees Celsius from a thermometer placed between the EPS and the liner, and in the middle we have a decibel meter showing the noise level inside the helmet, and on the right there is a telephone showing the day's average airspeed on the helmet from a bike-mounted anemometer. Lastly, on the dash we have our rider speed and the exterior temperature for the day. When we took the Bell Eliminator out on the road, we had a nice day outside with the average airspeed at about 120 to 130 kilometers per hour. The exterior temperature for the day was at about 13 degrees Celsius or 55 Fahrenheit, while the helmet's internal temperature was at about 16 degrees Celsius or 61 Fahrenheit. This means that even with the 9 air inlets in the crown, the helmet showed a temperature difference of about 3 degrees Celsius, and the helmet also showed about 105 decibels on our meter, which does mean that it is quite loud. Though this was to be expected considering the always open vents forward positioning, which means that wind and noise will be able to more easily enter the helmet. Nonetheless, this is still quieter than the Arai Concept X, though both the Glamster and the Bullet showed a quieter noise level. When our rider tested out the Eliminator on the road, they were very impressed since they said it even reminded them of the showy Glamster. Not only was the Eliminator coming in at a surprisingly light weight, but the liner was also very comfortable, and though the ventilation and noise performance did suffer a little bit, this is also often to be expected with retro helmets. Though the Eliminator does come with the added option of adding a peak and fitting goggles, which can also turn it into a retro adventure helmet. Finally, for our test, we can see how the Bell Eliminator actually ranked. For material with a fiberglass outer shell and 3 outer shell sizes, the helmet earns 4 stars. For weight with a result of about 1,175 grams in size M, the helmet earns 5 stars. And for the visor with the pinlock equivalent lens already installed inside, the helmet earns 4 stars. However, for noise, the Eliminator does dip to 2 stars due to the 105 decibel noise result, while for the 3-degree difference to the outside, the Eliminator also only earns 2 stars. Nonetheless, since it was extremely comfortable, it did come back again with 4 stars for comfort, and overall this brings the Eliminator to a surprising 3.5 stars at 21 euros per star, which means that it did in fact match up with the Glamster and the AGV X3000, while also coming between the two for value for money, which is also a very strong result. If you still want to see more on the Bell Eliminator, then don't forget to check out championhelmets.com, where we have our lowest price guarantee and plenty of bundled deals, including extra visors and discounted communication systems. In a word, the Bell Eliminator is an interesting helmet. It straddles the riding segments of retro and cruising and even city riding, while still offering a surprisingly modern set of features and versatility considering its retro origins. If you liked the video, then make sure to subscribe to keep up to date on our latest data-driven helmet road tests, and let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm Sebastian from Champion Helmets, and thanks for watching.